Hey everyone, are you ready for a chatty get ready with me? Because I am. I actually started and then the recording didn't work out, I think, so I've got concealer on over top of primer and my brows are also done. So it might be kind of a shorter video today, but maybe that's good because I'm always very, very chatty. I was just talking about how the makeup, because it's kind of warm in Chicago right now, my makeup is kind of melty. And then I was also talking about fat people problems when it gets a bit warm out. So for me, I am a little bigger than I was last year at this time. I think I was like in the 170s last summer. And like right now I'm hovering around, well, I'm currently losing weight, but you know, weight loss doesn't happen overnight. So I'm hovering in the 180s. I'm like 184, I think, right now. I feel like if you're young and you stumble across these videos, you might think that like going on something like Ritalin is a way to lose weight. So a little disclaimer here, because I have lost like 6 pounds since I went on it. But you know, I've lost 6 pounds doing a lot of things. And there's a reason why Ritalin is not prescribed as a weight loss measure. There are kind of too many other side effects and too many other things that it entails. So if you don't need to be taking a drug for ADD or ADHD, you know, probably shouldn't be. I think when I first started taking it, I came on here and I was like, oh my god, this is such a miracle. I'm getting things done, I'm being more productive. This just feels like, why didn't I discover this sooner? Why didn't I go on this a long time ago? But as I continue to take it, like, there's kind of a reality around taking medication on a daily basis that sort of messes with your psyche and like messes with your mental health. That's difficult. Like, I don't know. I think, yeah, maybe it like feels really good to take something like Ritalin or Adderall one time. But like, if it's something that you have to take every day to like be high functioning in the way that we're supposed to be in this country, it starts to feel kind of bad. Because it doesn't feel good to be on something all the time. I think that's why it bothered me when I was on Prozac. I don't know. I don't know if it's that like the novelty kind of wears off or like what, but you know, there's this reality that sets in that, you know, you want to be yourself and you don't want to feel like you're on a drug. So, but if you watch my previous videos of me having a bad day, like, it is really helping me with mood regulation. It's helping me put my feelings and thoughts aside that normally I don't have control over. And that part has been really, really nice. It's basically just been like making it possible for me to get everything done that an average person would get done in a day. I'm gonna prime my lids and then I'm going to sculpt my face. One thing I notice, actually basically whenever I'm single, is that I tend to wear makeup a lot more when I'm single. And it's not like a secret, the reason behind it. It's like exactly what everybody would assume. You know, it's very much because, like, what, like peacocking or something, except males do that with peacocks. Trying to get noticed, trying to stand out, like, I don't know, indicating to people that I'm thinking about how I look and that I'm into it and you should be too, or something. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely care more about my appearance when I'm single, and definitely care more about my weight when I'm single. And I think the times in my life, actually that's not true, because one time I was really obsessed with my weight loss because of the person that I was dating, but in general I've kind of become obsessed with it on my own, and it's usually very much related to thinking that nobody will want to date me if I don't lose weight. Like, I'm just being completely honest. I don't know. Like, that's the way I'm going with this channel and with my life. So yeah, that makes the summer months, like, kind of stressful, because you're like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to be cute when I'm really uncomfortable with my weight? And it's not like I don't think about health, right? Like, when I'm happily in a relationship or whatever it is, and I'm not as worried about how I look all the time, even then I think I obsess over that kind of thing. I'll still, like, emphasize that I need to be going to the gym, and I'll still emphasize that in order for me to get things done in a day and, like, be a productive human, I have to be healthy enough to, like, move around as much as I need to and not feel exhausted, you know? And so that part of it, like the, like, exercise, wellness, day-to-day part of it, I think I'm always paying attention to. But specifically, like, the aesthetics and, like, how I look and, like, the kind of the outside appearance stuff, like, I'm just, like, way more cognizant of it and, like, kind of constantly thinking about it when I'm single. Especially if I'm going to do, like, online dating or something where it's, like, people only have a picture of you, because I think that at this point I know I actually don't have a thin face anymore. I have had a much thinner face in my life. But I was just trying to say that, like, I think that it's not always super obvious that I am overweight for people in pictures and stuff. My body is, like, pretty proportionate. Like, I don't know if that's what it is. Like maybe if I was, like, an apple shape or something, like, it would be more obvious that I am as big as I am, but it's just not super obvious to folks. And so, like, I never know quite what I should say on, like, online dating sites. Like, I don't know if I should be like fatter and better in person, or, you know, what, fatter and more beautiful in person, or whatever people say. Like, I just never know, like, what I should say to indicate that, yes, I am, like, a fat woman, because if I have done this before, if I put, like, I weigh 185 pounds, and I wear a size 14, and I am a fat woman, like, on my online dating profile, I will get a lot of responses from just men. Women do not do this. Just men that insist that I'm not fat. even if they see, like, even if I put my weight, they insist that I'm wrong about how much I weigh. So they'll tell me, like, whoa, like, you don't look 185 pounds, like, at all. Like, that can't be true. And I'm like, you think that I don't know how much I weigh? Like it's just kind of like a confusing like response to get from people. I mean, all of the responses from men are extremely confusing and ridiculous. I like created this storytelling blog, and I put it on one of the online dating websites because I was like, let's just see if there's like any like really great aspiring writer out there who's gonna like submit to this storytelling blog on like OkCupid or whatever, like, I don't know, thought experiment, whatever. No one has submitted. A lot of people have like responded and been like, oh my god, so cool, like, I'm totally gonna submit. They're not gonna submit. But the one person who actually submitted just tried to pick me up in his message. He was like, oh my god, this is so amazing, like, this is fate, like, clearly this is fate for us. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, the point of the storytelling blog was like a journey to self-discovery and like directed towards like women basically, and like radical women of color, and like open to queerness and like all this stuff. Like, it was like supposed to be like a safe space, which like maybe you're like, okay, well then why did you post it on OkCupid? I don't know, man. I'm a pot stirrer. Okay, I'm always stirring the pot. I just wanted to see what I would get. And of course, like, it's like exactly what I thought. Like, people suck. I don't know. Like, people suck so bad on online dating. I've met some cool people through it, so it's like, that's why I like don't give up. I've done online, I'm like an online dating veteran. I don't know. There's probably like people who did like eHarmony like back in the day or something who are like the real online dating veterans, but I started using OkCupid in like 2011. So that makes me feel like I've experienced some of the true ins and outs of the online dating world. And like, as a young adult, like as like a 22-year-old or whatever, all the way up to like now being almost 30. So, I mean, you don't want to do online dating just to like laugh at people or something. Like, I don't think that's cool either. And I don't think I'm better than anyone else, but I'm just like, really? Like, why can't we just like connect and be like genuinely interested in just like each other's lives and stuff? Like, why does it have to be like, we're 30, why is everything a thirst trap? Like, really? Like, come on. I don't know. But yeah, summer clothes. So I have to figure it out. I'm visiting my friend's family, and they live on a beach in a few weeks. And I need to figure out, like, if I have a swimsuit that still fits me, or if, like, a 15-pound weight gain was enough for me, like, not to fit into something. Or if, you know, I might be down to 180 or something like that when we meet. I don't know. I'm not trying to lose weight super quickly, and it's not healthy to, so I would not recommend it to anyone to lose weight quickly, because you tend to gain that weight back. But the Ritalin has been acting like an appetite suppressant, like, so thoroughly that I've just been losing weight quickly. because it's not like I haven't binged entirely, and if I'm not going to be taking it on the weekends, like I discussed in my previous video, I think I'm going to end up eating a lot on the weekends. And maybe that's like okay, or I'm gonna have to figure out how to grapple with that, because like I don't think that the goal is to be on Ritalin for like a long period of time. So I would have to figure that out anyway. But like, yeah, so this weekend I did binge on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. It was almost like an intentional binge, and it like didn't even like feel good. Like it wasn't like the like how I'm used to a binge kind of feeling. If you haven't experienced binge eating, you like won't know kind of what I'm talking about probably, but the like the safety components of it, and like the like the parts of it that make me feel whole and like really help me with that escape part of it was kind of missing. It felt like just very uncomfortable, and like kind of like more of just like the negatives. So because of that, I am going to try to remember that even when I'm not on the medication. Because when I'm on the medication, I don't feel the need to binge. I actually don't even feel the need to eat. What happens is like I feel a little bit hungry and I eat like a little bit. Like I eat like a banana or a yogurt or a granola bar or something, and that is like actually satisfying. Like if you're somebody who's hungry all the time and who is fat and who like has dealt with eating, like disordered eating for most of their life, like, oh God, look at the black. Then you know that like hunger is like a constant thing. Like you never actually feel full. It's like Roxane Gay's hunger. I know that, you know, she said specifically in that book that that book is for super morbidly obese folks, and, you know, isn't for people who are just marginally overweight or even obese. And so I am in the, I mean, BMI wise, like if I was going to go into a clinic and try to get gastric or sleeve or something, I think I might could qualify for the sleeve. I remember like looking into that one time and being like distraught that I actually qualified for it. Because I'm definitely obese, but like I'm not sure how far into it I am. I think I'm like 30, my BMI is like 32 maybe. In order to qualify for the gastric bypass, which is like the more invasive one. Oh my God, you guys. Did I just like make you sit through me like messing with my wings for... So this is like a bad wing day. You guys get to experience a bad wing day. Look at you. Part of it is that this, oh my God, this is so bad. This eyeliner that I'm using is like done. Like I need to get a new one really badly. Oh man. Can I just be okay with it being bad? Just be okay with it being bad. Okay. Ugh, I'm not okay with it. All right, I have to be. Oh, we're at 20 minutes. No, I thought this was gonna be shorter. Okay, so gastric, because I've looked at this before. Gastric bypass is the more invasive one. You have to be over a 35 in your BMI. So you have to count as, I think that's no. You have to count as morbidly obese. Sorry. Above 35 is morbidly obese. Between 30 and 35 is obese. So I'm in the obese category, and I think I'm like kind of solidly in there. I mean, I'm closer to the start of it. So it's like, I might be 31. I don't know. It's been a while since I checked because it's just depressing. But folks will give you the less invasive one. You can qualify for a gastric sleeve, which I think is just like essentially the modern version of like a stomach staple. If I'm wrong about these things, you guys should tell me, because I could be totally wrong. I don't want to give misinformation. So you could qualify that if you're between 30 and 35, and if you have like other complications like high blood pressure, which my blood pressure is borderline, and it is related to my weight. So my blood pressure is related to my weight. It's also related to my eating habits. So other people who don't deal with binge eating, or maybe not in the same way I do or whatever, might have much healthier eating habits than me. And so then they might not deal with the high blood pressure, because the binging, I think, has like a really bad effect on my heart, because it can be, you know, thousands and thousands of calories at one time. And even if, you know, I starve myself later or don't eat for a few days, like, that's still really, really damaging. So I'm pointing that out to say that I think that fatness has a bad rap. Fatness unto itself does not make you have high blood pressure. It just doesn't. If you are very healthy, like if you are exercising and eating right, and your body is just, you know, genetically wired to be fat, like, you probably do not have high blood pressure. I am not that person. I am the only person in my family that is overweight. And it's related to it's like basically entirely related to my relationship with food, and my disordered eating habits that I've dealt with over the years. So at times I've been a lot smaller than I am right now. I've never been bigger than I am right now, but even when I was a lot smaller, my eating was really messed up, like really, really unhealthy, because there was starvation going on, and like obsessive exercising, and then randomly binging on a lot of calories in a very short period of time. So I think that's messed with my system a bit. That's why they say, that's part of the reason I think why they say things like it's better to be one weight than like swinging back and forth. Because that puts a strain on your body. And probably if you're losing and gaining weight rapidly, there's probably a reason behind it that's not super healthy. So anyway, I'm trying to definitely, anytime I try to lose weight at this point, I try to do it in a way that's healthy, but it can always trigger old habits very easily. And that's unfortunate, but I kind of talk about these things matter-of-factly because they are just sort of matter-of-fact. Like, it's just kind of something that I deal with. You might be dealing with it too. And so I'm just like trying to be open and honest because we're all in this stuff together, and there are a lot of factors and reasons why people develop eating disorders. And I've said this on this channel before. Of course, individuals are going to develop their own thoughts and opinions, but none of this stuff, guys, makes you weak. And trying to cope with it in the best ways you can and really working on yourself, in fact, makes you very strong and laudable. Okay, so the face is pretty much done unless I forgot something. I feel like when I do these videos, I always forget something. So I'm going to do this Fix Plus spray. Sorry, that was a lot. It just like feels very nice. And I'm going to sorry, just trying to minimize some of the creasing under my eyes. I'm always going to have creasing, but if I can minimize it. So I'm going to go grab a lip and I'll be right back. So I'm just going to pop on a liner, like a nude liner. This one is with NYX. And then I'm going to put on, you guys are like the lipstick queen stuff, like it's green, it's like a green lipstick. And then supposedly it like changes to be like the exact right shade for you, but I think it's actually just like a pinky color for everyone. But I like the formula of this. I like that it's kind of sort of like a nothing there effect, but is also like nice and glossy. So I think it's just a good look for like spring, summer kind of thing. So this is the final look. It's like trying to get my hair to be somewhat reasonable, but it's always doing its own thing. So yeah, these are the lips, and then these are the eyes. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks, y'all.